typical combination to start a successful IT company is a hustler and a hacker, meaning a business person and a technical person. And Scott on the phone said, "That's funny, we started ExactTarget with 3 hustlers."
Scott Dorsey, Peter McCormick, and Chris Baggett are no strangers to hustle. In just over a decade, ExactTarget has grown from 3 to 1,100 employees. But as they say, timing is everything.
There's a track record of all the great companies that were started in the Depression. Well, there's a lot of other good companies were started in that dot-com bust, and ExactTarget's certainly one of them. It became pretty apparent early on that they were developing a broader view, and not only just wanted to becoming email marketing, but become thought leaders in terms of email as a tool to market.
Timing was very fortuitous, given we were in the early stages of email and email marketing specifically. But timing, some would step back and say, really? In 2001, you're going to do what? You're going to start a software company? So there was a very calculated risk, a very thoughtful risk, and it's paid off.
ExactTarget has grown into a global marketing software phenomenon right here in Indianapolis. But if you think a Hoosier company can't compete with the coasts when it comes to culture, you don't know Orange.
We have branded our culture. We call it Orange because orange is a passionate color, it's warmth, it's fire. It's a very collaborative culture, high energy, and it's been that way from the very beginning.
He has probably more than anybody else made it cool to work in technology in Indiana. Sometimes companies kind of develop cool once they're successful. I mean, ExactTarget has had kind of a edgy, urban atmosphere to its offices really since the very beginning.
This is a remarkably vibrant, young, high-growth company led by just the right guy at the right time. Scott bridges the gap between sort of old school, my genre of executive, and the next generation.
With all of its style, ExactTarget really is a company of substance, committed to giving back to the community. Scott Dorsey has made it his mission to help the next generation through mentoring, local charities, and his own foundation.
Well, Scott cares about people, and by virtue of his business, he cares about young people and emerging technologies, and therefore he has to know what young people are thinking. It means a lot that somebody like Scott cares about kids.
He's serving as a role model, and he cares about them. So he's doing 2 things really. He's mentoring and he's providing jobs. We have a significant number of students go to ExactTarget.
We recently launched the ET Foundation, focused on childhood hunger, education, and entrepreneurship, because we feel like all those things need to happen to make our next generation of leaders.
Soon, ExactTarget will take the next step by going public, a transition that will no doubt bring more success to Scott Dorsey and his proud hometown.
ExactTarget is a great success that has really helped put Indianapolis on the map. But then it's every bit as much about how you can support the community at the same time that you're growing as a business. And I think it's the combination of those 2 things that makes Scott exemplary.
He knows what he's talking about. His company has been incredibly entrepreneurial, but they continue to innovate, and I think that's his passion. We're just so fortunate that he and his family decided to make Indianapolis their home, and that this great company was started here.